From Blokees, we have the classic class of Optimus Prime and Megatron from the very first live-action Transformers movie. Yes, it is Op and Megs, and these are model kits that you snap together, but they're superposable and very cool when you do. And while the live-action Michael Bay films are not my favorite, I mean, there are some cool scenes, they have their moments, and I mean, Optimus and Megatron are pretty iconic, I would say. So let's get these assembled and check them out. Thanks to Blokees for providing these at no cost. And if you're new to the channel, I'm Captain Kyle. Welcome aboard. If you've been watching for a while, you know I love Blokees. Why not? So let's do this. Be right back. So in these boxes, there is absolutely nothing. I've already actually put them together. So we have Megatron and we have Optimus already assembled, ready for you to enjoy. So let's put Optimus on the turntable of doom to get a quick look at him. And there he is in all his glory. And the box showed two swords. He does have two swords. I just decided to not use the other one because I want to use his gun. So you have options. And in addition to Optimus Prime, there is Megatron. Yes, I was frozen for all that time. And then Starscream disappointed me once again. So I'm going to go through both of these posability. And we're going to start, of course, with Optimus because why not? Now, unlike the smaller ones, this one comes with a double base that you can really spread out Optimus on, and you can put these flame things that, you know, apparently he's into the destruction of public property when he causes these flames to erupt out of the road, but what can you do? Well, let's look at him without the base here, and the detail is incredible. Now, I do have to say, the Bay-verse version of Optimus, I mean, he looks cool, same time, he's a bit much. I mean, he's got all these protrusions and stuff that, were he to be in a major battle, you know, a lot of that stuff would snap off. It would take extra time to repair him. You know, the cleaner G1 designs seem much better for putting these guys back together again. Still, he's a cool looking figure. And let's talk about posability. Now, everything snaps together, and his feet are no exception. They are on these ball joints, so there's kind of a bit of an ankle tilt on them. He also can not quite do a full Jean-Claude Van Damme. He's a model kit, but you know, he can land on his ass like that, and he can kick forward. He can kick a little bit back, but he's got these butt plates that kind of block him from doing that. And sidekick, he's got the tires that kind of keep him from doing much of a sidekick, but still, he can do like that much of a sidekick using both his legs. Now, the way he is assembled allows you to twist him all the way around at the waist. The arms go all the way around. He bends at the elbow. He actually swivels, and his head can kind of turn, except he's got this really big mouthpiece that runs into these side things, which are his smokestacks. So he can't like spin his head all the way around, but he can look up a bit. He can look down a bit. So a good amount of posability on the head. And it's hard to see, but his eyes glow, just like the classics from the Rise of the Beast. He does have a battery in there, a light that makes his eyes and chest glow. I'll have to get some footage of them in the dark, because yeah, it works on the other guy too. But he is superposable. The deco is quite cool. Now there's no stickers, but he does have like the flame stuff on his shoulders and on his legs, and that's all built into the parts. And again, you need to assemble everything. Now, interestingly enough, the interior body is the same, just the core as the small Galaxy version figures. It does have a light in it, which is different, but it's the same type of body, and just all this stuff goes around it. Michael Bay really got very intricate with the design. Now, he's got his sword. Now, to attach the sword, you actually need to remove his plate here and attach the sword underneath and then reattach it. And I could do that on the other side. This is his gun. Not quite the original Optimus Prime gun, but it's a gun. But if I take off and wiggle off carefully the forearm plate, I can take this blade, there's a little post for it right in here, attach it, and now Decepticons, give me your face! Yeah, the version of Optimus from the live action movies, by the way, he also has alternate hands. I have the fist here, but an open hand here, so there's another open hand if I wanted him to be like, yeah, rah! Or, you know, a second fist if I wanted him to be all about the punching. Or, you know, all about holding the gun. But the Optimus in these movies, not the Optimus I grew up with. Much more into violence and war and no mercy. You who are without mercy now plead for it? I don't have any either. And I guess you can put the gun in even with the blade there. It just doesn't look as good. Still, I'm gonna give him a 360 on the turntable of doom. And, oh, I don't know if I went over the bending. He does kind of swivel, but just keep in mind he's got the wheels here that run into the protrusion on his knee, which is definitely for gouging out Deceptiballs. But there you go. Classic version Optimus Prime. Very intricate. You want a piece of me? I want two. And here we are with Megatron from the first one. He's got his very large gun that comes out of his hand, but it plugs right into the middle of it, so you can take it out if you so choose. And then he can just be like looking like the aliens from War of the Worlds, the TV series that came much later. But anyway, he's on this base, which I'm going to put aside for now and give him a spin. Now, unfortunately, after I had assembled him and I went to grab another piece and I was holding him, I accidentally popped off one of his fingers and it went flying. I heard it hit the ground. I heard it slide. I heard it stop. I can't find it. Fucker is gone, which is a shame because it's the finger that he was gonna give to Optimus. See what I did there? I'm sure I'll find it eventually, but he is such a weird looking dude. I can always just put the gun in there and it looks like maybe his finger's just hidden. Now he's not nearly as colorful as Optimus, and again the original Megatron wasn't either. And I just popped off his hand. Let's pop that back on there. But let's go through some quick posability. He does have these big ass feet, and they do have somewhat of an ankle swivel in there. He can bend at the knee, not quite 90 degrees, but pretty close. He can kick forward and his leg can come off. It is a model kit, so you know, you can pop it on, pop it on, and he can kick forward. Kicking back, like Optimus, he has a bit of a butt cover, so can't kick back too far. And side kick, like Optimus, if he wants to get some height, you need to use both legs, but he can kick a little higher than Optimus. So you can twist him at the waist all the way around. Arms, you would think they would go all the way around, but because of his shoulder piece and his back cover, it can't. It can go, well, kind of. Not really all the way around, but you can get it from here to here. You just have that little area you can't get past. But he bends at the elbow, he swivels. And because these guys are made to come apart and fall apart, you know, can fall apart if you are too rough with them. I mean, you can have Optimus blast his hand off, and that's what happened with the finger. Just, you know, he blasted the hand off and the finger got vaporized. There we go. Head can twist all the way around. Well, no, it can't. I'm sorry. His chin hits these things on his shoulders. So again, the whole thing with the Bayverse designs, they're just so many bits of, I wouldn't necessarily even call them kibble, it's just shit sticking out all over them. And his eyes can glow. Again, I'll have to do that later. He's got a light in there. And he's actually got two chests because he's got what looks like the Allspark shoved into his chest. And this is the chest that has the square opening for it. You can remove this chest, put a different one on, and not have the hole for the Allspark. But I kind of wanted him to be more of a Hody Megatron with the hole. Bad jokes, I know. Put another spin on the turntable of doom. These guys are very cool, and you can go right to the Blokees site and get them, and hopefully not lose a finger. Not yours, his. They're not that dangerous to put together. Just a little taller than the Galaxy version, even though they come in huge boxes. They just have all these sprues, so. But they're very neat. They can do battle. Starscream disappointed me, but you will not, Optimus, because you will die! Thank you, thank you. You're all weak. Yeah, definitely like these guys. Not my favorite versions of the characters, but still, I know I give shit to the Michael Bay movies a lot. The first one, actually, I didn't think was bad. It was enjoyable. Still too many humans. The second one, Third one I thought got a little bit better, and then the fourth one was kind of, you know, I'm an inventor. Really? I'm sorry, I don't view Mark Wahlberg as much of an inventor. And then there's The Last Night, which honestly I couldn't get through. I started watching it and it was so convoluted. I'm like, nope, not gonna do it. But still, I have a lot of these versions of Optimus and Megatron as transforming toys. I do like the Blokees editions, and they will cheerfully join my collection on a shelf, facing off against each other until the end of time, or I move them. One of the two. So I think they're fun, and putting them together was a lot of fun. I didn't like losing the finger, but what can you do? So again, link in the description. You can get these guys. They're very neat. And while you're mulling these guys over, you can actually check out the set of the classics from the Rise of the Beasts, which includes Mirage and Optimus, and 2 versions of Optimus Primal, and RC, and Scourge. It's a pretty cool set. A little Autobot heavy. And if you're enjoying this, by all means, feel free to subscribe. We will see you next time. As always, have fun and good hunting.